but I just realized I need to turn on my chat. So I'm going to do that really quick. But in today's stream, we're just going to be solving some non-WCA events and trying to get one more subscriber. And if we do get that one more subscriber, then we're going to try to hit 760 subscribers before the stream ends. Okay, I'm almost there. And there. Okay, now I just need to pull up my live subscriber count. There. Okay, so let's get solving some of these non-WCA cubes. So first off, we're going to start with this one. And this is the Pure Morphix. And it's just like a 2x2. But in the shape of a triangle. So pretty cool. And I'm just trying to make this smaller so I can see how many viewers I have, while also seeing, oh, we just got another subscriber. So whoever just did that, thanks. And I had a plan. Hacked Cube said hi. Hi, Hacked Cube. Now I had a plan where if I got the one more subscriber, I was gonna go to until 760, and we did just get that one more subscriber. So let's try to get to 760 before the stream ends. Okay, we got a 42 on that, and even though it's just like a normal 2x2, I still got a lot worse than I do for 2x2. Hacked Cube asks, in the beginning, what did you do for channel growth? Shorts. Yeah. Now, let's solve this. This is Cube Mix-Up, and it was in my short from this morning, I think. And how it works is if you turn it halfway, you can turn these little semicircles, and then they turn. They can swap. And that makes it pretty tricky. Hacked Cuber said, okay, thank you. No worries. This one does take a long time to scramble, though. And you can solve it like a normal cube, but if you do the things, the little semicircles, then you definitely can't solve it like a normal cube. Okay. Gage Plays said, no, I was second. It's okay, Gage Plays. Okay, let's start solving this. I kind of really forgot to scramble the orange side. Okay, that's one side done. Okay, well, let's try the orange side. But I just can't position this correctly. Gage Place asks, are you already subscribed to Hacked Cube? Yeah, Hacked Cube is already subscribed. Okay. So for this one, it's pretty tricky to actually get the pieces in the right place. And sometimes, like I just did there, you have to switch around the pieces. like here, and do it. Hacked Cube says, do you have any tips for YouTube growth? I don't think so. Not really. Just, if you stay consistent and you don't take really long breaks, then people will stay subscribed. Because one time I took like a 9-month break, and then a bunch of people unsubscribed. James Gambarota says, go get him, Andy. Okay, I will. Hacked Keeper said, thanks. No worries. Okay, let's try to solve another side because this one's really tricky. Gatesway says, I love your content. Thanks. This solve is taking quite a long time, but I think we're getting close. We have 3 left. And sometimes you have to swap it. Hacked Cubes asks, are you sponsored? No, I'm not sponsored. I hope to be, though. Okay, we have 2 pieces left. And this corner just fell off again. I'm going to leave that corner off for right now. Actually, no. It feels weird to turn it with it off. Oh, there. We got them all. Okay, now we just need to solve it like a cube. But this corner that fell off earlier will probably be... yeah, like one corner's messed up. But the corners are really easy to take off. And there we go, a 348.43. I actually never solved this cube, but when I do, it can be quite fun. Now we have this cube, the ancient coin cube, and I've been doing some solves on this lately, and it's pretty fun. So you just turn the corners, and then you can turn these circles, and that's why it's called the coin cube. I don't know why they put the ancient part in there, because it's a pretty new cube. Okay, doesn't take that long to scramble. So let's solve it. Gage Play says, I think everybody wishes they were sponsored. Yeah, I think that too. Hacked Cuber says, I definitely do. Yeah. And it does take some time to get these circles aligned. And 126.82, that's a little higher than average. And here is the Killaminx. I got the cheap one, but it's actually really bad. So if you're gonna get a Killaminx, I'm gonna say the Diansheng one. That one wasn't out when I got this one, but now it is. And if I did solve Killaminx a lot, I'd probably get that, but I don't. So, I don't. And the only reason I say the Diansheng one over the Mofang Jiaoshi one is because the Diansheng one has magnets. And we just lost a subscriber. And Piano Bingo Cat just said, I subbed. Thanks, Piano Bingo Cat. And yeah, it went up. And Hacked Cube asks, what's your 3x3 PB single? Mine's 6.09. Mine is 7.08. Hacked Cuber says, nice. Yeah. It took me a really long time to get it down from 7.23 to 7.08. And a 116. I don't know if that's good or bad for me, because I never do Killaminx. And here is the banana cube, but mine's actually broken. A piece is missing. Which is pretty sad. But it's still solvable. Gateway says, I also want a sponsor. Me too. But I'm gonna wait until I am a lot bigger to apply for a sponsorship. Okay, I think that looks scrambled. Hacked Cube says, will you ever come to a comp in Canada? I don't think so. And we just lost the sub. I can't figure out how to get this piece correctly with the other part. And we just got another subscriber. The one that we lost. Okay, so I'm trying to just, there, I did mess up all my work. Gizby says, Hacked Cube, that is a good question. Yeah, I don't think I'll come because I don't live north very much. I'm not that close to Canada. Hacked Cube said, okay. I just realized this part doesn't go down here, it goes up here. So, we don't need to do that part right now. And let's do this. I hope I don't. So, in another one of my previous streams, I was trying to solve this one, but I couldn't. And I hope I don't get the case that I got on there on this cube. Doggo Cuber said hi. Hey, Doggo Cuber. And I did get the case that I got. Wait, no I didn't, because that needs to be swapped. Doggo Cuber said just joined. Hey there, Doggo Cuber. And that's still not right. I just got PB clock and average and PB single 2.97, 4.11. Oh wow, you're pretty fast at clock. I'm not that fast at clock. Doggy Keeper said, sorry I'm a bit late. That's okay. I mean, at least I have viewers, because on my first 2 live streams, I didn't have any viewers. And I can't get this one to be correctly solved. So I think I'm gonna have to DNF this one. And Hacked Cube, that's not true. You can do anything you put your mind to. Now this here is the Penrose Cube, and what makes it pretty tricky is there's 2 of each piece. Like there's this blue and yellow edge, and then there's also this other blue and yellow edge. So then one time you might put one in the wrong spot, and we just got another subscriber. So whoever that is, thanks. Now on the 4-way from 760, and that's where I'm trying to get to before the end of this stream. Hacked Cube says, but I won't put my mind to it. And Gatespace says, clocks are easier to solve than cubes in my opinion. Gatespace, I know you said you ordered some cubes. Have you gotten them yet? Have you figured out how to solve them yet? And we just lost another subscriber. But it's okay. Hacked Cube says, I'm also too broke to buy one. And Doggo Cuber says, yeah, it's the easiest WCA event. Yeah, clock is pretty easy. I average, I think, 10 on clock. 10 to 11. I don't know which piece goes here, so let's just finish our cross. It might just, like, I think I know. I think I've only ever solved this cube a few times. So, I'm not that good at it. And I don't even know which step I'm on. Okay, I think this one's gonna have to be a DNF as well. And we just got our subscriber back, I think. Because I think we lost one. I don't remember. But this is gonna have to be a DNF as well. Because I have no idea how to solve this. Gateway says, oh, Superflip just said, I just subscribed. Thanks, Superflip. Hacked Cube says, okay, thanks. Gateway says, I've not gotten my clocker cube yet. I'm hoping to get them soon, but I've researched on how to solve them, and I order them from speakeupshop.com. Nice. I don't really research anything before I get a new cube, but that was a good idea. And I just solved this cube by scrambling it. So I guess we can't do as many R2s and U2s. And this one, it's called the Phoenix Cube, and it's pretty tricky, because these pieces can be in any position, and sometimes this might be the correct spot, and then they're like that. So it's kind of weird. Hacked Cube says, I'm ordering from Cubing Out Loud. I've actually never heard of that place. Okay, let's solve this cube. Also, guys, there will probably... I have a skit edited, and I think it's almost ready to post. So, that will maybe come out tomorrow, or maybe today. And 116.46, I never saw this cube, I just use it in shorts. And I don't know if that's good or bad, because like I said, I never solved it. GageSpace asks, where is Cubing Out Loud? Hacked Cube says, what place? And GageSpace says, cool, I cannot wait to watch it. Yeah. It's a, 5 annoying things cubers do. Now, I'm pretty bad at mirror blocks. The part I struggle with the most is F2L. And I'm pretty bad at cross as well. Also, guys, if you're watching and you're not subscribed, we're trying to hit 600 subscribers. No, not 600. We've already hit 600. We're trying to hit 760 before the end of the stream. So, if you haven't subscribed, that could really help. And GageSpace says you should do one solve on each of your clocks. Okay, I will after this solve. Hacked Cube asks, can we see the green clock? Yeah, after this solve. There we go, 147.91. It's a pretty bad mirror block solve, but I'm gonna go get on my clocks and do a solve on each. So just hold on tight. These are all of my clocks. And GameSpace says, I agree with Hacked Cube, the green clock is very cool. And that is also the clock I got. Yeah. And it's also limited edition. And Hacked Cube asks, what camera do you use? I just use my phone. So let's just put these over here. And do some solves. I'm going to be solving first on this one. And it's the Chinese New Year limited edition clock. But it's actually not legal in competition because you can see through it. But I just got it because it looks cool. Oh, that's a DNF. I didn't even notice that. Because, kind of just, since it's see-through, you didn't really notice it, but 1429. And Gage says your camera is pure clean. And I just saw us lose a subscriber, but it's okay, guys. Yeah, it does look pretty bad without good lighting. I have my ring light behind me, a lamp right here, and my windows open. And we just got that subscriber back. I wonder what happened. So here is my main clock. It was my second clock. It's just a normal white and black Qi clock. But I modified it where it's all white on the side and all black on the side, besides the dials. GameSpace says after this you should do a solve on each timer. Oh, I just realized I messed up. I think I did a method on one side. And I keep on DNFing these clock solves. I never practice clock. But, well, I fixed my mistake, but this is 21 and I never practice clock. And for the thing about, like, a solve on each timer, I only have 2 different timers. This one, and then just, like, the one that they use in competitions, that kind. Now this here, it's my worst clock. It was also my first one. It's a ShengShou. I really don't like it. But let's do our solve. And that's a 15.33, not DNF. Usually says, oh no, okay, never mind. And here's the green clock. This is my favorite looking clock of all of my clocks. HackCube asks, what is your editing software? I use Canva. And we didn't get another subscriber, so that's pretty cool. And I need to do something. And my doggy is barking like cray. There. So, here's the green clock. So whoever that subscriber just was, thanks for subscribing. Yeah, that's the best solve. 11.74, not DNF. Slay Movie said, I subbed. Thanks. I'm only 3 away from 760. This here is the blue clock. And I like the colors. And we just actually got another subscriber. So I should probably change the title, streaming until I get 760 subs. Almost there. There we go. GagePlay says, if you want to get really good with all different kinds of cubes and go to comps. If I want to get really good with all different kinds of cubes and go to comps, what do you recommend I do? So, like, getting good at every event is called all-rounding. And I recommend for doing that is focusing on one event at a time. And then when you're good at that event, switching your focus to another event. And then you practice the one that you just switched to more. But you're still practicing your other one that you were practicing enough where you keep being good. And that's a 13.85. So that's a pretty good solve. And here we have the FTO. GameSpace says, okay, thank you for the advice. You're welcome. And if you need a place to find out where comps are, you can go to the worldcubeassociation.org website. And they have competitions there. And then you just like select to see which country. And then you just find one near you. So I'm not the best at FTO. I actually use the method from a pamphlet. So it's not the best. But I'll try to get a good solve. And guys, we're only 2 subscribers away from 760. HackCube says, I love your content. And what cube store do you buy from? I buy from the Cubicle. HackCube said, nice. I have bought from SpeedCube shops sometimes, just because there's been a cube at the Cubicle that I wanted, but it was discontinued. So then I had to go to SpeedCube shop, and then they had it, so I got it. And one time I went to a comp, and they had like, it was a discount code for a certain amount of time. It was like the name of the competition, and then I didn't just want to pass up a free opportunity for money. GagePlays says, what is your favorite YouTuber that's not a cubing YouTuber? I don't know. That's a pretty tricky question. Okay, I haven't done FTO in a long time. I averaged around 150, so 226.42 is a pretty bad solve. HackedCube asks, GagePlays, are you a YouTuber? And GagePlays says, I'm trying to be one. So this is a 3x3x2, and it's like a 3x3, but with the middle layer missing. And it's probably my favorite non-WCA event. That's a pretty bad solve for me by about 12 seconds, maybe. Average around a little less than 20 seconds. But I don't practice non-WCA. Here is the unicorn cube. And it's so easy that sometimes you can just scramble it while solving. Or solve it while scrambling it. And it's so easy. Even a 3-year-old could do it. There we go, 2.23. I did have some lockups there in the beginning. And then there's this cube that's pretty similar to it. HackedCube asks to GagePlays, you already have a channel. I think he does. Yeah, I was just scrambling it, and I was one move away. That happened in a video of mine from a really long time ago. It was like, just an average of 5 on this cube. And since I didn't have any scrambles for it, there, that's a sub 1. I just hand scrambled it, and I wasn't looking. And I got a 1 move scramble. So this cube, I don't want it to be like the banana cube, because I just solved this one. So I'm actually not going to solve this one. This here is the Ivy cube. And it's kind of just like a cube, but with more pieces hidden. So it's pretty easy. Oh, there we go. That was just a complete skip of the last step. So it's 2.36. I know I used to practice this a lot and I got down averaging around 6 seconds. But not anymore. This here, I think it's called the hexagonal Fisher cube. So let's scramble this up. And it's just like a 3x3 and a Fisher cube combined. So let's solve this cube. And it can be quite tricky. Gageplay says, yes, I already have a channel and I subbed to you, Hacked Cuber. I think that the hardest part of this cube is PLO, because you can't really tell what PLO you have. And Hacked Cuber says, oh, thank you so much, and I will sub to you, BRB. And there, the cube is solved. That probably could have been less than 1 minute, but, I mean, oh, no, we didn't even solve it. These 2 edges need to be swapped, but I don't know how to do that. Don't tell anybody, but we're gonna swap the pieces. There we go, now it's solved. But don't tell anybody. Okay, this is the twisty 3x3, and, you know, all 3x3s are twisty. That's like somebody took this one, glued it together, actually twisted it, and then just unglued it somehow. And these ones are the centers, and these are the edges. So it's pretty weird. If you give it to a normal cuber who didn't know about this cube, you might be pretty confused. It just says, thank you to Hacked Cube. Okay, so when you get a U-perm on here, if you do the M algorithm, like the one with M moves, it messes up the centers real bad. But if you do this one, it also messes up the centers. So now you have to go back and solve it. And one of these edges is flipped. Oh, I shouldn't have done the seal though. Okay, I guess we can just do a J-perm. And then see what case that gives us. It gives us another J-perm. And there we go. We solved it. Just under 2 minutes. Now, okay, I don't know how to solve the Master Morphix. And I have this cube right here. And the Polaris cube takes a really long time to solve. So I think I might just end this stream off with maybe some 3x3. So, I'm just going to pull up my timer real quick. Oh, it's asking me to log in. Sometimes it just logs me out. And sometimes it'll say too many people are trying to sign in at one time or something. But not right now. So let's just maybe do a quick average of 5. And then end the stream. And my computer, it shows what my phone is showing. But it shows that my camera is frozen. But I don't have anything showing on my phone. So if you guys could say in chat if the screen is frozen for you guys. Gameplay says it's perfectly fine, not frozen. Okay, I guess my computer's just being weird then. Okay, that's a 13.75. So not the best, but oh, that's an 11.59 with a +2. So could have been a good solve. But then we just had to go +2. Okay, 3 more solves. And a 12.62. Pretty average solve. Hexcube says, okay, I found it and subbed. Gageplay says, you have like 5 streams that are still private. Please make them all public. Thank you. Okay. I'll make them public later. It's just when I make them public, it adds another video that I have on my channel. And I don't like to have too many videos and not a bunch of subscribers. And I think I have just a little over 200 videos and 758 subscribers. Okay, that was the last solve. It was a 13.26 average of 5. I'm gonna end the stream, and I'll make sure to get those live streams public probably later tonight or tomorrow. So, see you guys later. And if you haven't already subscribed, make sure you do that. Oh, you guys actually couldn't see my live subscriber count the whole time. But we got 4 subscribers this stream, so pretty good. But bye, everybody. This is your last chance to subscribe.